Good morning, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Today's Thursday, March 23rd. It's Transformation Thursday. Today's the day I talk about how God has been transforming me in the past week. Okay, so this is a collab, although I think, and the other folks that post are Music Mom and Transforming Melody. They don't, Music Mom posts, I would say 3 out of 4 weeks, and Transforming Melody posts probably 1 week out of a month. But anyway, we all talk about how God's transforming us in the past, however long it's been since we posted a video. For me, it's a week. And this week I would say that God has, it's funny, I can't tell you, he's been impressing upon me how much he loves me. I think this is important because you can tell the difference between somebody who is really loved and someone who is not. Someone who is really loved is extraordinarily confident in themselves because they know deep down inside that someone loves them. I grew up with parents that deeply, deeply loved me. I mean, they had their pros and cons, don't get me wrong. They had their faults and they had their good points. But I always knew that I was loved, always. But my parents are dead now. And, my close relatives don't live close, so I don't see them that often. My son is autistic, and, he will respond. If I say I love him, he will say he loves me back. And if I hug him, he will hug me back. But I always initiate, it's not, he doesn't just come up to me and say I love you. So there's no one really in my life that does that on a continuing basis. But I can't tell you the number of times this week that God has shown me a father with a little girl, and they're usually carrying her, or she's on his shoulders, or I can't tell you the number of times that I've seen that this week. It's not something that I see that often, but this week I've seen it everywhere, and every time I see that, I can just feel deep inside God saying, that's us, that's you and I love you that much. To me, that is a real picture of it. And it's always like you see the little girl and she just exudes how safe and how protected and she feels in her father's arms. I'm gonna fix that. Hopefully I fixed it. Yeah, okay. That is extraordinary, that God would show me that so much this week. I think that it takes a long time for that to sink in completely to you. It's going to take a while with me. I mean, I've always known that God loves me, but for many years, especially when I was young, God was far away, and God is becoming more and more personal every day with me. And, that's how he's been changing me this week. And this one, and a lot of the times when I talk to you on Transformation Thursday are fairly personal. This one is very deeply personal to me. It might not feel that way to you, but I can assure you that it feels that way to me. But God loves me, and he's been showing me a lot that he loves me. The cool thing is that God loves you too, and he loves you as much as he loves me, and he loves you no matter who you are or what you've done in your life. It doesn't matter. And that is what's cool about God. Very cool. So anyway, that's how God's transforming me this week. How's God transforming you this week? Is he transforming you? Let me know. So that is it for this week, for this video. I will see you next week.